If you were to study the animal kingdom and everything that transpires within the ecosystem of the animal kingdom, you will very quickly discover that there's one quintessential element to the animals in the animal kingdom survival. That is the ability to keep running, to keep moving. If the bird can't fly, it can't get to its nest. If the eagle cannot soar, it cannot use the superior eyesight that God has blessed it with to be a supreme hunter. If the crocodile cannot submerge himself beneath the depths of the water to covertly come up at the edge of the water and attack the buffalo, he can't eat. If the bugs and the insects that are crawling all over the ground in the safari in the jungle cannot get to the vegetation that they need to nourish their body, they will starve to death. If the gazelle, if the jackrabbit cannot run, it cannot have the potential to escape the mighty jaws of the lion. So as you can see, the ability to keep moving, to keep running is essential in the animal kingdom. Not only is it essential, but here's what's interesting about it. Even when they don't want to run, even when they don't want to move, nature forces them to move. Heavy rains, flooding occurs, they have to find high ground. They have to run into the mountains. And even if they choose to stay in the flood, in the water, guess what the water will do? The current will take them and make them and force them to move to a new location. The heat in the hot season is scorching, 120, 125 degrees. Sure, they can sit in the sun for a little while, but eventually they will have to move and find shade. So, whether they want to or not, the ability to keep running, to keep moving is essential, not only in the animal kingdom, but also in your life. The question I have for you today is, what do you do in your life? What have you been doing when these circumstances and challenges have faced you? Trials and tribulations. You got passed up for a promotion. You lost a loved one, a mother or father. A broken relationship. A health issue. An addiction you had to get off of your back. What do you do? Do you do what the enemy wants you to do and stay stuck? Stay paralyzed, stay immobilized by what's facing you, or do you keep running? Now, this is what else I need you to do. While you're running, don't look to the left. Because if you look to the left and you see what Susie's doing, you see that Susie's faster than you, then you'll say, well, I can't keep running like Susie. But guess what? That's Susie's race. Your race is a different race. God gave you a different race. Now, don't look to the right either, because Johnny is to your right, and you might say, well, Johnny's race is much shorter than my race. Guess what I need you to do? Now, pay attention to John. I need you to keep running. I need you to keep going. And somebody say, well, Jeremy, I've been running for 15 years, for 20 years, for months on top of months. I'm tired. Well, guess what? Get you some Gatorade, get you some water, but you got to keep going. You got to keep running. You have to keep moving forward, no matter what. Well, somebody say, well, Jeremy, I'm a little too big, I can't sprint. Well, guess what? I'll tell you, you need to jog. Well, Jeremy, I can't jog. Well, guess what? You need to crawl. Well, Jeremy, I can't crawl. Well, guess what? You need to scoot. But you got to keep moving forward. And when you make it to your breakthrough, when you make it to the other side, how did this happen for you? While you was eating your steak and lobster, while you was partying late at night in the club doing your thing, guess what I was doing? I was running. While you was in the comfort of your bed, laying under your comfort on your pillow, watching Netflix, guess what I was doing? I was running.